number 4. What is number 4? Self-liberate even the antidote. At first, you had the problem of believing that things truly exist. All these external phenomena and the internal phenomena, or your thoughts. Then you begin to see that external phenomena are empty and view them as dreams, right? That slogan says, last slogan says, dreams. And after that, you look inward and examine your mind. And through this sort of investigation, you think, I don't have a mind. I lost myself. Really? This is kind of scary, you know. However, once again, you are caught in extremes. Viewing the mind as real and mind is solid is one extreme. And viewing the mind as non-existent is another extreme. There are two extremes. You really need to be careful. Because of this, you need to liberate even the antidote and go beyond these two extremes. See, this is the slogan. This is a little bit unclear, so I will give you an example. For example, if you were dreaming that you had a son and the son died, you would think, I had a son and now he is gone. In your dream, you know, you don't recognize this is a dream, right? So you really, truly believe that this is, okay, I had a son and then he died. So now he's gone. So you might think that the thought that he is gone is an antidote to the thought that he existed. But in fact, this can be correct because neither of them are real, because it is all a dream. You never had a son. You never had a son. Then how he died? No son. They all dream. First, you think you had a son. You're very happy. And then you in your dream, he died. You're very suffering. All of this, it's just dream. Right? It's just dream. So the thought that you had a son was not real, and the thought that he died was also not real. So this is the realization. This realization is what self-liberate, even the antidote means. Do you understand this slogan? Otherwise, you know, like, what does that mean? Self-liberate, even the antidote. But now you understand, right? The example of the son and died. So this realization is what, you know, the self-liberate, even the antidote. So this is very helpful. When you have the realization that everything is beyond these extremes, you have nothing to desire, nothing really matters very much. If you go beyond these two extremes, nothing really matters very much. So you can let go everything at that point. And in this case, whatever you do, you can do all kinds of things. Still, you know, you can do all kinds of things, but everything is meditation now. Everything arises spontaneously. That is the case. First, you think, you know, oh, everything is dream. And then everything comes from mind. Oh, mind itself, unborn awareness. What is that? There's nothing, no point Why am I practice? Why I'm listening, teaching, everything like that. So, so then there's, you have to go beyond all these extremes. Once you do that, then you can let go everything very easily. And then everything, whatever you do, is your action, body, speech, mind, everything, your action become meditation. That's the great practitioner said, there is no time, meditation time, not meditation time. Everything is spontaneous, everything is meditation. So you will be able to directly experience the nature. That means, nature of your mind. And then you can liberate yourself all the time. Liberate yourself. That is how you cultivate self-awareness, self-arising wisdom, self-arising wisdom. That's the thing, So you understand emptiness, you have a little bit of realization, but still you perceive all this appearance, everything like that, everything. But it's very different. It's very different through this kind of realization, through this practice. Buddha, see, hear everything exactly like us, but our experience and his experience totally different. We have a desire, we have ignorance, we have a pride, we have all these negative thoughts, emotions, but no. So instead, everything is spontaneous, everything is big meditation. That is how you cultivate self-awareness, self-arising wisdom, and understanding the reality of all appearance. If you are looking at the mind and its relationship to appearances, then the result of this practice is finding nothing but the nature of self-liberation. That is this slogan, self-liberate, even the antidote.